Who's ready to do some podding? 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 Come up off of the hip and you think I'm lying. I ain't talking no shit. You motherfuckers try me hitting the hip.
Okay, okay. My boy getting in the bad. Getting in that miracle.
Hey man, what's good, homies? Welcome to episode 96 of Homie Studios. It's your boy ST, the GREAT, joined by the homie Shades. What's good with your boy, huh?
96.
I'm sorry.
What
you right. You
the
right.
disrespect
Oh
to
my God.
episode
97,
bro.
97 of them things.
97
Look,
on the
man,
things.
I'm over here sounding like Joe Budden, not even knowing how many damn episodes you got in your damn season, man. It's crazy.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? What's good with you though, bro?
Man. Blessed and highly favored, brother.
Blessed and highly favored.
Yeah, man. It's funny how God try to bless you and then the enemy just try to like take things away. You know what I mean? But I'm still in the thing, you know. Just so people on the pod know, the people across the world and everything, your boy is expecting. We talked about it before, but your boy is expecting twins. They will be here Monday at 7:30 a.m.
You ready?
Yeah.
But is you ready though?
Actually, I am. I'm ready. I think I'm ready, like mentally, physically. I've been mentally preparing myself, not really worrying about so much on the outside things, more of like inside, like my patience, like all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything is everything. Making sure the missus is okay. Baby mom's is good. Daughter is good. Family's good. Um, yeah, man. And I'm just been keeping it close. The business, man. That's the one part that we're gonna be talking about on the No Shade podcast more of, you know what I mean? We're gonna be talking about it more on the business side, but business is getting better, man. Business is getting better every day. I'm making new connections, joining new networks, finding out new products. So my product game as far as going into real estate is getting better. And again, y'all check us out on the No Shade podcast. You're gonna hear about more on when it comes to that business side. But bro, everything is, what's the word I heard this week? Copacetic.
Copacetic, man. You know,
copacetic, bro.
Hey, I like that. You know, I like copacetic.
Things is
copacetic
come,
is
bro.
First of all, copacetic is great. Copacetic is a great word. You know what I'm saying?
The word of the today. The word of today is
word of the day. Copacetic. Hey man,
what about you, bro? How you been?
What about me?
What about you? I know you've been getting that work in.
Bro, I've been putting in the work in the gym, dog. You know what I mean? Like, really good gym work week. Not as good last week, so it's good to get back on the horse and whatever the damn analogy or whatever the hell they call that shit.
You get on the horse, you better ride it.
You better ride it, brother. You know. Hey, hold on, that. No, I'm good. But doing the gym stuff. You know what I mean? Hey man, for the homies that's out there that's unemployed like your boy, y'all out here struggling trying to find some places to apply to. Because like this thing, you can apply to wherever you want to apply to, but you gotta have them qualifications.
And a lot of the times nowadays it's coming down to connections. Like
it's always been about connections.
Without the ends, yeah, it's always been about that, but now even more so than ever. You know what I mean? It's like you got to know somebody inside, like in order for them to even like consider it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially like, okay, so for what I do, mortgage processing and stuff like that, right? Yeah. Especially if you try to apply for these remote jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like who the hell are you gonna have as the end on a company that's based out of Utah? You know what I'm saying? While you in Florida. You feel me? Like, well, I feel like the setup, I've been hoodwinked, led astray, run amok, all in and etc.
Bro, like they just gonna just let hire people and just let people sit on they know what people be doing. They be sitting on their computer, but they don't know who you is though. You know what I mean? That's why I think whatever's coming down the pipe, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be the best thing.
Yeah, eventually something's gonna come up, man. Trying to stay as positive, stay positive, people. Try to stay as positive as possible during the situation that's a little bit unpredictable.
Yes.
You know what I
With
mean?
randomness at all times.
Yeah. So, but man,
But bro, let me tell you
I'm
something. I know
staying
we talked
uplifted.
about it last. I
I'm
think we
staying
talked about it
uplifted.
last week, but you look very comfortable being in an uncomfortable position, brother. And I have to tell you what you're learning right now, what you're doing, what you're putting down while you're doing it looks very good.
Boy, what in the pimpalicious fuck was that, nigga?
That was
This
that
nigga
Snoop
just hit me
Dogg.
with
That
the. Hey, brother, the way you're putting it down, though. I see you, brother. Hey, the way you pimping it and putting it down, brother. No,
that was the Snoop
that
Dogg.
the chrono, like
That
nigga,
was
you know.
that was the Snoop Dogg take on it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel what you're putting down, brother, and I really like what you're doing, what you're doing, what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So keep doing what you're doing.
So keep
You're doing
doing
it very well.
Indubitable.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. You know what I mean? You feel me? Hey man, but no, man, like I said, other than that, dude, I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tired of dwelling on it. So let's move forward, man. Let's move forward like your boy trying to do here in these streets.
Get a little extra.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we're gonna start off the show today with let's start off with hot topics because these are topics that we absolutely want to get to.
We gotta
that,
get to
that,
it, bro.
that we can't leave to chance of the wheel.
Yeah, we can't
You
leave
know
this
what I
to
mean?
chance. We gotta
So,
talk about this.
So we gotta jump in this. Give us the first topic because it's some bullshit.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of have to read a little bit from this, but just to give you the gist to catch up. Okay, so now it is 2022,
Yep.
and they are trying to take things to the metaverse, and things are getting more and more digital as the days go by. So, um, what happened was you have a metaverse rapper, virtual rapper named FN Mecca. Okay, FN Mecca he's actually a real. I think it's FN Mecca. He's actually a rapper for real, but he
Right.
created himself in a virtual world, and
got signed in the
and he
virtual
got
world.
signed by Capitol Records
in a virtual
in the virtual world. They signed him to a virtual contract. He released a song in 2019 and created an NFT, and he has 10 million followers currently right now.
Right.
But they signed him on one day, and then he releases an album, and then they received a whole bunch of backlash and criticism from the Black community, African American community, because basically what they were saying was the depiction of the character was very degrading because he was using the N-word a lot. You know, to put it in words, they said it is a direct insult to the Black community and our culture.
Is this guy okay? First of all, is FN Mecca Black to begin with?
FN Mecca is supposed to be Black. He himself is supposed to be Black, and the character that he created is supposed to be a Black character. But I guess what they're talking about is this is the metaverse. This is a metaverse thing, so they don't want the first music in the metaverse to be just dropping N-bombs, I guess is what the whole. Because once I found out that he was Black himself, then it kind of whatever. But they said, while we applaud the innovation in tech that connects listeners to music and enhances the experience, we find fault in the lack of awareness and how offensive this caricature is.
Maybe I'm lost here, right? And I'm a little bit lost because when I first heard this, I was like, oh, FN Mecca must be like white. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing that came across my mind. Find out that he's Black. So now you're saying you don't like the representation, but that's a part of our representation and our culture.
Okay, so here's another thing. FN Mecca, FN Mecca was a project of Factory New, and Factory New is a label founded in the metaverse. It's a music industry in the metaverse. All right, and it's created by music industry veteran Anthony Martini and a video game artist. That's what it is. A video game artist, Brandon Ellie FN Mecca.
Okay, so
they generated an artificially intelligent virtual rapper that is voiced by a real human. It's not AI voice or anything. It's a real human that's doing it. But in Martini, this is what he said, not to get all philosophical, but what is an artist today? Think about the biggest stars in the world. How many of them are just vessels for commercial endeavors? So he's still like, he's kind of like trying to backlash, like y'all saying this about that, but how many real artists are doing this?
Right. So, okay. Whenever we start talking metaverse and all that shit, I'm gonna tell you now, I start getting lost because like what are we talking about? Like that's not the fact that I don't have an idea of what the metaverse is, right?
But it's like, what the heck are we talking about?
Like I understand what that is, but my thing is this: so you get signed to a record deal in virtual reality, pretty much, right? Pretty much like if you put a VR headset, now you in the metaverse and you kicking it, right?
Yeah.
So you sign this guy in the metaverse,
right?
He didn't get signed in real life though, right? Because okay,
because if you make money, you're going to get paid in Bitcoin or some type of cryptocurrency,
okay,
which you then convert to the currency in your wherever you at.
We had this conversation earlier.
Yeah,
today. We had this conversation earlier today where I was like, because I'm talking about purchasing property out in the metaverse, and I'm like, property, nigga. But look, you either be ahead of the curve or be behind the curve. So like that's kind of the gamble that you do with this whole metaverse thing, right? But back to young effing Mecca. So okay, they signed him. He drops a song or a project?
I think he dropped a project, but there was like a video, and it had like a music video, a virtual.
Wait, talk about. Yeah. We had a music video in the metaverse.
Yeah,
can't we just watch that without having to put the VR headset on?
You probably can. I think you can watch.
Then then at that point, I'm watching it in the real world while other people watch it in the metaverse.
Correct, but I don't know how the videos show up. Like I don't know how they do it. Because I didn't go. I don't have an Oculus yet. I'm planning to get one, but I don't have an Oculus yet. But I did see part of the video, and I mean, they definitely. I mean, he like the dude on the virtual thing got the whole rapping thing down and how they doing it or whatever. So
yeah,
I'm not really sure how it all works out, but we are here, people. We are in the virtual space. You're gonna start having virtual rappers.
Right. He might be
the virtual superstar.
He might be the first person to ever get virtually canceled. like, yo, FM Mecca setting history, making history out here in these streets. That's what it sounds like to me. You feel me? Yo, E Nice, what's popping with you, dog? Huh?
E the legend, huh?
What's good with you, brother?
Up, bro?
What's good with you, brother? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, bro.
All right. Talk about FM. Let's stop talking about like the virtual hip hop. All right. Let's talk about
real legends.
Real hip hop.
What you said earlier, the real verse.
The real verse. Let's talk about the real verse for a second. Which one you want to start off with, bro? Because
the first one we heard first, Just in Time.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Just in Time, right? Boy Jid dropped the project today, The Forever Story. If you haven't heard it, go do yourself a favor and go listen to that project. Very good project.
Because if you haven't heard, ST put me on Jid, JID put me on Jid, and he told me he was the next up. And I heard one song and I was like, yep, 100%.
Correct.
And we've been on him for the past, we've been on him for the past, 4 years? 5 years?
Hold on. Matter of fact, 1 second. I'll tell you exactly how long it's been.
Because I got on him with the Never Story.
That's where. So that's 2017. So we talking about 5 years. 5 years.
And you was on him before that though.
It's slightly before that.
Yeah. So JID is the next one. So if you ain't on the train or on the bandwagon, whatever you want to call it, you need to hop on now because JID is coming for like top 5 spot ever. Like that boy can spit. And then the lip, bro. Y'all just go look at it.
With that said, JID dropped The Forever Story today.
Yep.
Go check it out if you haven't. If you've listened to Jid before, then the number one thing that we always say, that I've always said, is I would love to hear a track with him and Wayne on the same track. You know what I mean? Because that's clear. Wayne is clearly a big influence to him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And on this project, we got just that. Just in Time, Jid and Kenny Mason featuring Lil Wayne, right? First of all, I really want to play a piece of this song, but I'm not finna have Facebook, everybody, Facebook, YouTube coming to pull the shit down. And yeah, E, boy, been talking on that. He was talking on that project, bro. And almost to an extent, almost not quite, but almost to an extent on this project, obviously on this song, Lil Wayne almost stole the show.
He almost ran away with that moment.
Almost ran away with
I'm
it.
glad Jid put in that last part.
Because this is my thing, bro. He didn't even have to, right? Um, he didn't have to because I still feel like his verse was strong as fuck, right? But how? How do you then how do you then go listen to what Wayne put on there? Man said, "Why am I so reckless? This is questions I don't get responses." Yo, man, hold on. You got stuff on from this Wayne verse that you thought was crazy, right?
Yes.
All right.
Can you start from
Matter of fact,
the beginning of time?
matter of fact, if y'all pull our shit, I don't even care, dog. Yeah, yeah. Tell me where you want me to start from, bro.
Oh, you about to play a
bro?
little bit?
If they pull this episode, oh well, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, the beginning of the time part.
All right. Okay. So this is how we gonna do this, right? Da, 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 da. Yeah, yeah. So we gonna go ahead and let the hook play.
Right.
I got the time today, bitch. I got the time. Hey, I got the time today, bitch. I got the time. Aim at the moon, shoot up the sky. 245, bought two, new 45s. Hey, I got the time today, bitch. I got the time. Hey, I got the time today.
And then this one,
bitch,
Wayne
I got
just
the
go
time.
crazy. When you hear that lighter spark, you know what time it is, bro.
I got the time today, bitch. I got the time.
What's up, Lucky? How you doing, bro?
Hey, we rocking out.
Time is of the essence. I'm a blessing in
Balenciaga.
Diamonds are impressive, but their best friends are expensive. Drown my hours of affection, no protection. I'm within without it. Why am I so reckless? Is a question that don't get responses. Tie them down, inspect them, disconnect them if there's any power. Cowards talk excessive. Pistol ring is what I rinse them out with. Tired of
Time out.
contestants
Please push.
investing the
He said they talk reckless, and pistol rain is what he rinsed their mouth with.
Yeah, I know. Pistol lean.
Oh, pistol lean is. Oh my gosh, bro.
Oh no, it's pistol. It's pistol lean
because he rinsed their mouth.
Yeah. I thought it was pistol lean.
Like put the gun in their mouth and like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Pistol ring. Yeah,
bro.
Pistol ring.
What?
Yeah. No. This boy was talking. The boy was clearly talking. Yo. What I love from this song specifically, and we're gonna get right back to because he about to snap, right? Is I can tell he heard Jid's first verse.
Yes.
And he was like,
he modeled the first part of the flow,
yeah,
with the slow flow, and then he responded with the fast flow like Jid did. But with his fast flow, he did more wordplay with it.
Yeah.
Because Jid usually is the man with the wordplay now.
And Jid normally bounce around. The homie E said, I've been hard on Wayne lately, but the ugly, dreaded fool snaps on that one. Yeah, this is a fact. This is a fact. And matter of fact, I'm done talking.
Let's just play.
I'm so timeless, but I got plenty of time. No science, but I got plenty of slime. No kindness, then I don't set the slime. No problem to kill them, that's killing time. I done did my time, but you know they still be trying to give me time till the end of time. Since the beginning of time, I put in the time, and that's all the time. That's in the time. Put it on the line to the finish line. Never cross the line, stay within the lines. I don't marginalize, I don't sympathize. And if it's on his mind, I help him decide if that's your homicide, then defend his side. And we gonna storm your side, and then when it's dry, that's homicide, that's genocide.
Bro, just stop it. Just stop. Y'all gotta go listen to the rest,
before they come and pull us.
Yeah, y'all gotta go listen to the rest, bro. He just spazzed out because you gotta go back and listen to what he said, bro. Like he probably lost people on line 3, line 4.
Bro, it's just the fact that man,
bro, that don't get me hype, bro. Wayne verses get me like.
This is what we were talking about earlier, right? Before the pot. Wayne this late in his career, and he still can give you this, like kind of like what he was saying. He was saying like, I've been hard on Wayne lately, and I get that because I've been hard on Wayne lately recently myself, because I didn't feel like we were getting his absolute best.
He said you wasn't,
and we knew that.
Yeah,
but that also gives me the reason to still be like, all right, but we still ain't getting the proper Wayne. You know what I mean? Granted, reason being, regardless, but it's still like, we not getting proper Wayne. And this song, and the next song, we got proper Wayne.
100%. But also, Wayne's been popping. Maybe not like every song and sliding on every song that came out on his projects, but the freaking No Ceilings 3.
Yeah.
No Ceilings 3 had bangers in that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was it? What was the one that he came
It's
out
not
with?
even that. It's not even because you're
Some
right.
of the songs on the Carter 5 too. Like if you listen to what he's saying,
Oh, yeah.
he's sliding.
Some of them are. The thing is like the Wayne that we used to get.
Yeah, it was line after line after line after line.
Not
after,
even
on every song.
Not
on the
even
song.
not even that. It's just the project was consistent.
Right.
You see what I'm
Because
saying?
it'd be like 6 songs out of whatever many songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not used to that. We're used to every song.
Right.
Every line.
This is what I'm being when I say about the every line part, because it ain't even got to be every line is like peak Wayne. But what I'm saying is I can't have let's just use round numbers. I can't have a 20-track project and 6 of them I rock with from a Wayne project.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's too many projects. That's too many songs.
That's too many songs. I would appreciate from Wayne, even if that was the case, then make it 10 and have more than 50% of your project be fire. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As opposed to having a lot of that fillers, shit.
But you know where that comes from, right?
Yeah.
That comes from him not producing the music and him not releasing so much music because of his situation with Baby. And when he had a situation with Baby, he even said that he was making microwave music, you know. So now that he's actually able to, he got that situation handled. He's releasing new music. Now he's just like, I was sitting on top of this and I'm just throwing this out there and throwing this out there. He was holding back so much, so now he's just dumping it on top of us. The same thing. Game did the same thing recently with Game's album. Yeah. Game just released so much music and content because he was going through a whole bunch of lawsuits and he finally got them settled and he can focus on his music. So it worked out. It's an unfortunate situation because it kind of is a little blemish on the resume. Yeah. Because it doesn't really match the test of time with what we're dealing with right now, but it's better to get I would just say it's better to have music from them than for them to just, you know, sit on their millions and then not release music. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I hear what you're saying, bro. Like I respect what you're saying, like in regards to I'd rather have something than nothing, but I'd rather just have heat. And if that means that you got to take a long hiatus, now I understood for the moment why he was putting out the music he was putting out. I get it. You're contracted to a certain number of albums.
I did another thing, bro. Another thing is like when you get to that level and everybody telling you that you the God body, like you Godson, you know, you a God MC, you know, like you might, you know, whatever I make, people gonna rock with. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, kind of like Ye. Like everybody wasn't rocking with Ye on some of his albums when he was releasing it, but then now when you look back on it, you see what he was trying to do. He was trying to push it forward. So I think that's another thing too. They just sometimes when you at that level, sometimes you lose sight. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, man. So let's talk about the second track, not from the JID album, from the DJ Khaled new project. God did the title track. God did. And
bro, after my third time, like looking at it again. I see what Hove did. Bro, he replaced what God did and put himself as God and said Hove did. And he was just talking about all the, he pretty much like what he's talking about. He said he feels he's like heartbroken almost, like after all the stuff that I did, y'all keep sitting here trying to talk silly on my name.
Yeah.
And he was basically addressing those things.
This man said, man, pretty in layman's terms, that man said, I made a Billy. How many billionaires can come out of my household? I can count 3. Me, Ye, and Ree. Braun is a rock boy, so that's 4 technically. And it's all facts, nigga.
What? And that's the definition of a boss. Like, not only are you up, but the people around you is up.
Bruh. Oh my God. It's so much.
And he said Billy, right?
Yeah.
How many of his other homies is millionaires?
He already told you that part. He said Big made a milli, Dame made a million. Bill Beans to tell you if he wasn't in his feelings. He said that on Star is Born from Blueprint 3. That was years ago. That's 10 years.
Yep.
That's 10 years ago. That was when he was telling you he had people that was in his corner that he was making them millions. Now this man can come back 10 years later and say, I got 3 that I got to the billies.
And a female too.
It's the most boss. Yo,
he really got 5.
If you talk about B,
Beyonce.
Yeah. If you talk about B, like, but this is ridiculous. The man's
that part of his legacy is unquestionable and undeniable that nobody can take away ever.
Like, the man is the biggest boss. Yo, Ross, I know you.
I heard St. John talking about him, but that's like our Rockefeller.
Yeah,
that's really like our Rockefeller.
Mm-hmm. And bro, like, okay, so just overall, first of all, on this track that is what 8 minutes long.
Hove had 4.
Hove had 4.5. 4.5 minutes of an 8 minute song. This song has Rick Ross, Wheezy, and John Legend on it, and Friday, who did the hook.
Shout out to Friday. He did a
shout
good
out,
job.
Shout out
I
to Friday.
I ain't never heard of him before. He did a good job.
That was the first time I heard of him also, and that's a hell of a way for me to just be introduced to you.
Be on that legendary of a song?
The Ross, Wayne, and Hove, and John Legend?
He said Jesus turned water into wine. For Hove, he just took a stove.
Oh, what? What? Yo.
What, bro? Oh my gosh, bro.
Like, none of this shit makes sense. None of this shit makes sense.
You know what? Okay, this is what my new respect about Jay.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like me. When you say something slick, it's not like you be like, oh, I just said something. It's like you like give a little laugh. He'd be like, you know what I'm saying? He'd be laughing after it, bro. Like he just said something so boss and he's just nonchalant about it.
I'm looking through the lyrics now, bro.
He said, how can I beef with meat? I just got him out of a bed.
This man,
Hove did. Hove did.
That man said, me and me could never beef. I got him out of a whole bed.
Hove did.
Like, it's the biggest boss talk.
The way he said Hove did after that,
yeah,
like, that's when I know he was pissed about that one.
Yeah, and at the end he was talking about, sorry, man. He's talking about, and then when next time y'all talk about who the greatest, something, he was like, man, that was just my passion talking. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if you have not had a chance to listen, I'm not playing this one.
I know.
You hear me? I am not playing this one on the pod. Not a fucking chance. Y'all must be. You think I'm about to have Khalid, Hove, Wayne, John Legend, Ross all come at our podcast? Hey, man.
Any money y'all make off this content, y'all better make sure y'all send it our way.
Yeah, feel me. I'm not having y'all script shit. You did. Anyway, those are the 2 tracks that were released today that are by far monsters. Like
that's on par with Cole's Benny, Cole's Benny feature,
bro. These are 2 potential Song of the Year candidates that dropped on the same day. You see what I'm saying? That to me is like
that. Those 2 songs I gotta put up there with Benny.
You talking about John P. Caddy?
With the John P. Caddy.
Yeah.
Those are the top 3 songs to me right now.
Yeah.
As far as verses,
yeah.
Like, and people spitting on the verses and what they said, like, bro, what? Even Benny.
Yeah.
On that song.
Benny went crazy, but
Benny went ham too.
You know, I rock with Benny, so I have my own personal biases there. You know what I'm
Freddie
saying?
Gibbs. Hey. Freddie. I need you to give me a serious one, bro. I know you're having fun, but I need you to give me a serious
quick one. Little ninja take before we truly hop over to barbershop talk. Benny and Gibbs are beefing on Twitter right now.
Still?
Yeah, still. Like, as of earlier today, I saw some more from
Gibbs.
from Gibbs.
Freddie gassing it, bro.
Of course he is. Because Freddie
got beat up in Buffalo.
Freddie don't care about that. Freddie about to smoke.
Yeah, Freddie about to smoke.
Look, man. Hey, I commend a nigga that can go out there, get his ass whooped,
and then
still be talking shit. Like, y'all clearly didn't distract no fear in this man. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all got to go out to
But
the
my
West
thing
Coast.
is, yo, he's like, yo, if I can beef with Jeezy and be straight, like, what's good with you?
Right. All right, man. Let's do this. Let's slide over to this barbershop talk real quick. You dig?
Cause your boy did just go get fresh, you
Oh, yeah, I need to do that.
freshy.
Fix that. Oh shit. You see what happens every time I sit here and try to just depend on technology. I'm sitting here hitting the air horn button. What happened? Oh, I know what it is.
There it is.
That's the first true blunder of season 6. Because it's time.
What's the time for, bro?
For barbershop talk.
Ooh.
Oh shit, I'm knocking the hell out of this microphone.
I think it hit my ear.
Baby. Y'all know the fucking vibes, man, huh? I ain't gonna lie, I struggled my ass off throughout that whole.
You just hit the hookah, boy.
Look
Seeing
at
stars, so many fingers on.
Hey man, don't do that shit. Don't do me like that, bro. What the hell? You see how people treat you? You see how people treat you? Yo, all right, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. We're gonna get to this. We're gonna spin this wheel. This camera is not great today. So sorry guys that the clarity of this camera is not on par. So we're just gonna stay on the main cam today.
Clarity.
So let's see what our first topic of the day is gonna be.
NCAA Roundup.
Okay. Hold on, I think I got something for that shit. There we go.
What that thing at? Hey.
All right. NCAA Roundup. What team we got first?
We don't have a team, but what we're gonna talk about is Nick Saban's contract.
You're talking about man getting the big bag, continuously staying and getting the big bag. All right. Let me get to my notes here. Where is it at? There it is. All right, tell me how his contract increased. Was it because of this is me going into this kind of blind. What did his contract get increased because another coach got paid and that increased his pay again?
I think so. But he was
the greatest contract of all time.
But he was about to re-up anyway. But this contract right here puts him out through 2029, and pays him more than $90 million over the next 8 years. Increases his base compensation by $305,000. His main contract right now for this season, he's about to get paid $9,595,000 this year, and then next year it's going to go up to $12,395,000.
Let me tell you this, man. Nick Saban got the greatest agent and contract of all time, bro. He already has in his contract the second that a coach gets paid more than him, they have to increase his salary. That's already built into the contract.
That's some championships would do for you,
bro. Like the man, he's earned it. Like I ain't gonna sit here and act like the man ain't earned it at this point.
But at least you see what specialty gives you, bro. If you a special case, like you can negotiate special contracts. That's nuts. Hey, shouts out to Saban. Keep doing the same.
You said 90 million over the next what?
8 years. Yes, sir.
Man, eating. And it still kills me that y'all the only way players can get paid is by NIL deals, but the school can't pay these fools. But you could pay Nick Saban. What did you say next year? 12.3?
Yeah.
Next year he gonna get 12.3.
12.3 million.
Man, get out of here, son. Get out of here, son. Fuck out of here. Hey, man. Once again, shout out to Nick Saban. I ain't even hating, man. The man earned that shit. What we got next, bro?
Let's get it.
Right. This man said, "I'm gonna get a different topic if it's the last thing I do here." Then
you go ahead and pick the next one, bro.
All right, let's see what we got here, man. NFL topics. All right, Jesse Bates ends holdout and returns to practice.
Yeah, this is a quick one.
Yeah.
Basically we can talk about the Bengals and kind of what that means. Basically Bates was trying to be the highest paid safety. But he sees that Derwin James got that bag and he's not getting more than Derwin James.
No.
So
You're not Derwin James, sir. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, though, I mean, I understand and respect players utilizing the time that they have to try to negotiate these contracts in the proper time. Like, okay, so he ends his holdout, he goes back to practice, he's there for game one, right?
Right.
When you go into the season still holding out, that's when you start really like you're hindering your team success.
Right.
You're hindering your teammates, while they also understand this is a business. And they also understand that, everybody got to get their bag, and when I can't be all up in everybody's can't be, pocket watching everybody.
100%.
They also are like, yo, you got to get your ass back on this field, though. You know what I'm saying?
We're trying to win this championship.
We're trying to win the ship, bro. You saw what we did,
bro. We just did that, and pretty much our team got better. We need that back. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Jesse Bates is a good safety, but he's definitely not the number one safety. Of course, in the NFL, it's the next man up, but I don't see him getting a contract bigger than Derwin James right now.
Nah,
I don't see him getting a bag bigger than Derwin. Now, it depends on what he does this year. Maybe he can try to do it next year, but they might franchise him next year, honestly.
Well, shout out to the man for going back. He gonna get his bag.
He gonna get the bag.
I'm just praying that the man don't get hurt this season. Knock on wood.
Yeah, no Earl Thomas.
Yeah, please, for the love of God. Whatever land are we going to?
NBA.
NBA.
It's like, nigga.
This man spun off of NFL or NCAA Roundup like 3 times, bro. All right, what we got?
What we got? Lakers traded Horton Tucker for Patrick Bev.
Pat Bev
on the Lakers. Now, how crazy is that?
We know the history between Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook, right? We know them two don't fuck with each other at all.
Pat Bev is the one that started Russell Westbrook's knee injury issues originally. So
I guess like the biggest. Okay, so first of all, shout out to them getting Pat Bev. You only like Pat Bev when he's on your squad. Like he ain't one of them players that you gonna like. Like, you know how you can like somebody else from another team, but not really like the team.
Yep.
You can't like Pat Bev if he ain't on.
If he's not on your squad, you definitely not gonna like him. And they missed that from Alex Caruso having that defense like that and Caldwell Pope. So the good thing about, or the crazy thing about this that I learned was Pat Bev has been cool with LeBron since he came into the league, because he was originally drafted by the Lakers, I think, and then he was traded to the Miami Heat that same year, and he was in the summer league, and one of LeBron's friends introduced him to LeBron, and he said, Pat Bev said he came to him and asked him like, hey, your old boy told me to reach out to you for like on the court, off the court things, and he said LeBron was like a big brother to him on and off the court. Hey, stay away from this, do that. Even with him being traded and everything, they never lost touch. And Pat Bev says he is the player that he is today because of LeBron James. And I did not know that.
That's called face of the league shit.
Yep.
Like, that's called face of the league shit.
How many other stories out there is that like that? Probably.
This the part that that doesn't get talked about much about LeBron, because we don't hear these stories from the players.
And that's good too, because other people is talking about it. That's what I love.
Yeah.
That shows you what kind of guy LeBron is.
He ain't got to gas himself up by letting you know that he's helping.
But does this mean to you that you think, because Pat Bev was endorsing Russell Westbrook as well, because the thing is, now that they got Pat Bev, they're definitely saying that they're going to try to get rid of Russ now. So do you think that they're going to try to run it back with Russ, or you think they're going to try to trade him before the season starts?
See, the problem with trying to trade Russ is that he got that contract.
But it's a positive and a negative thing, because if you take it, then it's expiring at the end of the year and you can use it as a dump off.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the team's cap space for this season. You know what I mean? You're going to get a player that is at this point overpaid.
Yeah. I'm surprised Utah didn't take him.
Overpaid.
I'm just surprised they didn't take him.
And also at the same time, bro, like Russ is a guy that has to dominate the ball in order to be successful. He's not a good off the ball player, in my opinion. And
I hear you say that, and I understand what you're saying because that's the majority of the success that we've seen from Russ. But my only caveat to that is with what we've seen in Houston. If it wasn't for what we've seen in Houston, Russ can play off the ball, but he's being hard headed. He was being hard headed, bro. Like you're not a shooter.
imagine this.
Drive, bro. That's you're a driver.
Imagine this. You'll play off the ball for James Harden, but you won't play off the ball when you got two other dominant players on your squad.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, bro, like y'all talked about this before. Like y'all talked about this before you signed and win everything.
Yeah.
Like it should have been a done data. Like Russ, like what are you doing? Like, and the thing is, even when he was driving, it had to be something mental, bro, because he was making mistakes. He's sitting here missing layups, fumbling the ball. Like,
what's up, babe? How you doing? Huh?
What LeBron and AD can't do nothing about Russell Westbrook turning the ball over.
No,
like it's not like they didn't give him opportunities. Like
that's part of Russell Westbrook's game.
And if anybody's
still to this point, though,
yeah,
at this point of his career, yeah, he can get you points, he can get you assists, he can get you rebounds, but he's also going to turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't have the ball in your hand as frequently as you used to, and you still turn the ball over almost at a clip like you used to, that's problematic. You know what I'm saying?
Bench.
That's very problematic. And that's how you end up being coming off the bench. Now, if he would just be smart, like this is my thing. Do you want to win a championship, bro? Because if you want to win a championship, you should be coming off the bench.
I think so too.
Like that's LA's best formula for them to get to the championship.
If they can get Russ to come off the bench,
bro, get your Carmelo mindset in. You know, the late Carmelo, like you know, like not deep into the prime Carmelo, but get your late into your career Carmelo mindset on. Realize that for you to potentially win a ring, it's probably going to be best for you to come off the bench if you're going to stick around. Because if not, then we're going to have to find a way to move you. And like I said, the only problem is like you got to have a team that has the cap space that could take the cap hit this year.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? 100%. Because his contract is too large. And that's
so you need
that's really the part that's making some of these teams hesitate to even look to trade for us.
So like the Pacers, the Kings, Utah, the teams that are not trying to win this year, those are the teams that need to try to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know where I think he would be great at, but I don't see it happening.
Knicks?
No. Charlotte.
I mean, MJ said he'll trade for him.
This is what I'm saying. Get that man over there. They can play a 2-man game with him and Melo. Find a way to make it happen. I think
he'll have fun with Melo. He'll have fun with
right.
Melo.
It'd be like a more fun for him, a more fun version.
And then all that struggling and all that, he gonna have MJ to go talk to. He'll respect what MJ tells him.
Like who? Like what NBA player in the league wouldn't respect when MJ sits you down and be like, "All right, bro, this is why I see some weaknesses, some strengths in your game.
This is what you need to do."
Like, I wish because it wouldn't be Russ that would disrespect him in that scenario.
No,
Russ knows the game, but it'd be the young boys in the league that would be like, all right, man, this ain't
what you did with 20 years ago,
bro.
Man.
This ain't the 1990s, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like that. You know that's what.
And then MJ gonna be like, all right, come over to the court. I'm gonna do you up at 50.
That's the one point I would try to make earlier.
Back you down.
That was the one. That was the one point. Just to backtrack, that was the one point I was trying to make in regards to that Jay-Z verse. Jay-Z 52 years old, bro, and is out here. He raps better than all of you motherfuckers. You hear me? He raps better than all of you.
But yeah,
all of you. I said what I said. Anyway, what we got next, bro?
Let's go to this next one, baby. Got a good spin. Finish him.
Oh, I got this. Bang. All right, what we got? So to explain, you want to explain this topic before we actually go into
Okay,
this
so
category.
so
before we go
finishing
into it?
finishing is a category we created because we got a lot of joint practices that's been going on for the preseason in NFL. And as with joint practices, you got a lot of heat. We're in the middle of the summer. There's been a lot of fights. There's been a lot of fights at NFL camps this week.
To be expected.
And over the past 2 weeks. So we didn't really touch it on the last pod, but we saw something this week where we got to talk about it. And the one we about to talk about is the main one. You got the homie Aaron Donald. Apparently what happened was there was a scuffle between a teammate, somebody from the Rams and somebody from the Cincinnati Bengals. And Aaron Donald got involved to protect his teammate because I guess the guy had the upper hand or it was two people involved or something like that. But all you see in the footage is Aaron Donald has a Cincinnati Bengals helmet and he's swinging that mug at somebody. So we don't know if
he had two helmets.
Oh, two helmets. My bad.
Two Cincinnati Bengal helmets.
My bad. My bad. Not one. Not uno.
Not one.
Dos helmets. So we trying to decide. Well, they said the Rams are not handing down any punishment. The Cincinnati Bengals coach didn't think that anything needed to be done. Nobody was hurt or anything like that. Aaron Donald got pushed down. I couldn't really see was his own teammate, was the Cincinnati Bengals, but dude pushed him down. And then they was able, without that push down though, Aaron Donald would have swung and hit somebody in the head, bro. Because when he was able to get back up, somebody grabbed him. So, nobody got hurt, nobody got injured. There was no fines. But we don't know if the NFL is going to suspend Aaron Donald. There's a possibility. Myles Garrett got suspended. So, but that was my only thing is that was in a game, and then you got kids watching, more people was watching. This is Twitter, and it was on the internet and stuff like that. But it's not representing the Shield correctly, so they could suspend him for that. But we'll see. Aaron Donald, possibility that he could get suspended for the first game.
You said it was on the internet.
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
And when something is on the internet, it's never off the internet.
Yeah, especially on Twitter. It's on Twitter. It's in the Twitterverse.
And Twitter is a ginormous platform, right? You may have more people see it on Twitter than you would have them see it in the game.
Actually, you're right.
You see what I'm saying? That's so in that scenario, that don't help it. You know what I'm saying? That ain't helping it at all. Aaron Donald might get he should get suspended.
You think so?
There's precedent for this. You know what I mean? We had the Myles Garrett scenario when he bopped Mason Rudolph in the head like a whack-a-mole. You know what I mean? There's precedent for this. And sure, nobody got hurt
but you have to set a precedent so that if you can't do that.
You can't just have it be looking like, oh yeah, we get the thumbs up to this shit. Nigga, what? You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, his helmet off too, because you could have put yourself in danger. What if you would have missed and hit yourself with it? Like, not saying you would have, but like,
yeah, nah, that man got enough strength in the arms. He wasn't going to hit himself with it. But regardless, like, it's just not a good look for the league. It's not a good look for the Rams. It's not a good look for Aaron Donald.
Okay, so you saying suspension? How many games? Dang, what you about to get? Okay, Commissioner ST.
Hey, man.
If ST Goodell.
Okay, so if ST Goodell is out here about to tell you how, if I was to suspend this man, I would suspend him for 4 games.
Dang, bro, not even in a preseason game, bro.
Okay, so even worse, bro. Okay, so this is my thing. You gonna go out there, start swinging helmets in a practice? What you gonna do in the game, bro?
I ain't never did it in the game, so I never. The reason I did it because it was practice.
What?
That's the safest place to do it if you're gonna do it.
What? Bro, what the hell? What?
I'm just playing, bro.
Okay. Thank God, because I'm like, hold on.
Ain't no safe place to do it. But
no, bro.
4 games is kind of strict. But,
okay, so first of all, do you think he should be suspended?
if they gave him a suspension, I would not. Okay, if I'm Shays Goodell, I'm gonna suspend him again.
A game, singular,
Single game. 4 games is,
man. They got no backbone, man. There's 17 games in the season now, bro.
100%.
One game for swinging helmets, like for windmill and helmets. I think it's like.
I feel you. My reason for that is it didn't make contact. If you had hit somebody, it would have been. If you had hit somebody, you probably talking about a full year. You're probably talking about you're suspended indefinitely. So you go from 1 to 4, or you go from 1 to a full game if you make contact.
Let me ask you this: if somebody out in the street pulls a gun out and shoots it, doesn't hit anybody, they go to jail, right?
Depends on what state you're in. Depending on the state,
bro.
But yeah, you're going to jail. But in general terms, yes.
Wait. Okay, so you shoot out in public, don't hit nobody, you go into jail.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot out in public, you hit somebody, you go into jail.
Mm-hmm.
Both cases, are you going to jail? You talking about it didn't hit nobody? It's the intention.
100%.
That's the number one thing we talking about here is the intention.
100%, but you get more time if you hit somebody versus if you don't hit somebody. Correct?
Yes.
100%.
And how many games?
And he ain't hit nobody.
How many games did Myles Garrett get?
I don't know.
Yeah, look it up.
Let's look it up because that's the determining factor.
Yes, very much so. So let's while you look that up. Yo, Aaron Donald, you too damn great of a player to be in this league and have put yourself in this scenario, bro. Like, first of all, football fights, they're stupid. Most of them, I'm a swing at somebody with a helmet on while I got a helmet on. You got all the armor you need to not take the
So Myles Garrett missed 6 games, and
that was at the end of the year, right?
Yeah, and it cost him $1.2 million in the games he lost.
Okay,
and they also fined him $45,623. He should definitely get fined regardless.
Definitely
$1 million.
I believe
$1 million.
I believe there was only 6 games left in that season, and Myles Garrett was suspended indefinitely. And the only reason he got 6 was because there was 6 games left in the season.
Yeah,
I think it would have been a lot longer if it wasn't if it was a different scenario.
But again, he hit Mason Rudolph, so I'm saying he ain't made contact. You suspended the game, and I'm fining you $1 million.
Right.
On top of you missing that game check, you getting fined $1 million.
All right, man. Well, regardless, Aaron Donald, man, you gotta be smarter than that, bro.
For real, though.
Like, you gotta be smarter than that.
For real, family.
Let's go ahead. What we got next?
NFL.
We back into the NFL. Oh, he enrolled the NFL multiple times, but we get to that college roundup. Huh? Yeah. Huh?
What?
All right.
What happened?
So let's talk about this because this is crazy. This is crazy information here, right? The man Terrell Owens, T.O.
Oh my gosh.
He runs a 4.3840 at 48 years old, which is a faster 40 time than he had 23 years ago at the combine. How, Sway?
Bro, how?
First of all,
well, we know how.
First of all,
because he raced Tyreek Hill last year.
What team do you see, like, if they got into closer to a playoff run that would go sign T.O. real quick?
Cowboys.
Cowboys would definitely do it.
Won't he do it? Jerry Jones will.
Definitely the Cowboys.
And he'll be like, he was a Cowboy before, so it all makes sense.
Cowboy for life.
Cowboy for life.
Jerry Jones.
Speaking of Jerry, he called Stephen A. fraud the other day. He said he's an undercover Cowboy fan.
Oh, man.
Stephen A. couldn't say nothing, bro.
Stephen A. What you mean he couldn't say nothing?
He didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. He was just laughing.
Stephen A.
He didn't say. He's like, if anybody can say that to me, Jerry can. And then because Jerry's right there, my buddy.
My butt.
He said it to him too, like my butt is Stephen A. Yeah, bro. I see out of anybody, bro, I would say I can see the Cowboys doing it for real, just use them in certain instances.
Yeah.
But it would have to be a contender, and they're just going to use him in red zone and like maybe when they get past the 50, you know what I mean, so he don't get hit on targets. But at 4.38, bro, like
At 48, and still like him and Shannon Sharp, they them boys,
Bro, what?
them boys know how to stay in shape, bro. That
bro,
boy, that boy Shannon Sharp in
bro,
crazy shape, bro.
Shay at 54,
Yeah,
bro.
out here looking like 40, 44. He looked 44.
Nah, he looked 34.
Nah, he don't look like he in the face.
Oh, not in the face. I'm talking about, bro. Like he had something on Twitter showing him.
I know. I saw that picture where he
like,
was,
bro,
as far as in shape, body wise.
Yeah.
If you chop the head off, yeah, he looking 34.
Skip.
So, but then as soon as you put the head back on, he out here skip. Like as soon
Come
as
on, Skip.
down the man. He sound older than he is. He look younger than he is, and he's in shape even more younger than he is. Shout out to them, man. Hey, send me y'all workout regimen, and I'm gonna follow like a third of it because y'all should probably kill me.
Bro, T.O., bro, for him to be able to run a 4.38 at 48 years old, bro, like he gonna be running a 4.5 at 53. He gonna be in his 50s running 4.4s and 4.5 still, bro.
Bro, shout out to that man's hamstrings,
bro. His
like,
knees.
I know his hamstrings is screaming, bro. Like,
bro, what about his knees, bro?
Bro, because like the force that you have to.
I wonder if he doesn't use a lot of weights. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of like kind of how Tom Brady kind of uses a lot more elastic stuff.
Have you seen T.O.?
Because he's hella ripped though, bro.
Right,
he probably does like full body workout.
Yeah,
uses his own body weight.
But have you seen T.O.?
Yeah, he's like straight.
No, he's that man. If he ain't using weights and he's still that jacked, like literally.
Because I say that because like Herschel Walker used to just do like 1,000 push-ups. Herschel Walker said like he didn't lift weights and stuff. He did like Bo Jackson too, like did like 1,000 push-ups. They did hella push-ups and they used their own body weight.
Bro, look, that was
like Herschel Walker still says he does it today.
That was how long ago when the boys was playing? Yeah, we definitely advanced well past niggas doing 1,000 push-ups a day.
I'm sure. I'm just saying, dogs. I'm just saying. Some people got a different tactics.
Hey man, that's hilarious though. Hey, shout out T.O., man.
Shout out T.O. doing this thing,
man. Like how the hell, bro? Like, go ahead, man.
NBA
never broke again. Never going broke again. Ha. Hey, my bad. I get hear NBA. Think of old Joe Budden track. You know what I'm saying? Huh. All right, finger roll that bitch back in there. All right. Vanessa Bryant awarded $16 million in lawsuit against LA over the Kobe dead scene photos. So there is not a dollar amount in the world that would correct the fact that y'all on to one of the biggest superstars in the history of ever to put that shit out there without clearing that shit. So $16 million, y'all can kiss my ass. That don't mean a damn thing. First off,
and she kind of proved your sentiments by saying she said she's donating the entire $16 million to charity.
Yeah. First off, like $16 million ain't shit to her. like
what y'all did, like money ain't going. She basically said that money ain't going to stop what y'all did.
Nothing at all.
Did those cops that did it? Did they even get fired?
I don't know. So, but
that's just a question.
But my guess,
nah. Not LAPD.
Most one of them crooked ass niggas. Look, keep my ass out of LA, so I ain't got to worry about when I tell them y'all some crooked ass motherfuckers to begin with. They don't come after my ass and try to Rodney King my black ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No, sir.
Yeah, we don't need beef with gangs, and you already got to worry about gangs and girls setting you up. Now you got to worry about cops too.
But man, $16 million don't mean shit. Like at all.
Not to her.
Like that.
for what they did,
It's
bro.
still crazy to me that Kobe ain't here, bro. Like, ain't no getting over the fact that Kobe ain't here, bro. Like, how? How is this man not?
I mean, can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Because just kind of how it was explained to me is like, I mean, it's kind of harsh for me to say it this way, but
Hold on. Are you about to go into conspiracy land?
no,
Okay, I'm making sure because sometimes you travel there.
yeah,
Go ahead.
sometimes.
Go ahead. Do head ass. Twilight.
So like, my thing is, in life we have choices, and with your choices um, not necessarily consequences, but it comes the results of your choices. Therefore, you have accountability. And in Kobe's case, like it was very cloudy that day,
Mm-hmm.
and they shouldn't have been in the helicopter, in my opinion. But they decided to go through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you couldn't barely see, like you couldn't see, like people couldn't see car to car. People was stopped on the highway because the fog was so bad, but they
Mm-hmm.
went into it. So I'm just saying they made that choice. You know what I'm saying? And the kids, you can't blame the kids because they just following their parents. It's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Kobe and the other parent, because there was another parent in there with they three daughters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's on us. That's on them. That they made that decision to fly in there. So it's like when you say that, like how Kobe's not here, it's like he made that choice.
Doesn't change the fact that I'm still gonna be saying because like
No, 100%.
because
But
the
it's like,
how isn't like how did it happen? Like no, we understand what led up to that scenario. It's just that man was fresh out of his career, going into moving into doing other great things.
yeah,
Not good things, not small things on the side. This man was going to do great things outside of basketball
yeah,
and inside of basketball.
yeah. The mama
His
camp.
the Mamba camp. His daughter is, I mean, that shit still sucks. Like that shit hurts.
Yeah.
The rest of the people that were in there, but like, how is Kobe taken away from us that young of an age with still so much yet to give to the world outside of his own talents?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that's the part that's just like fuck, man. Like you could just prayers up to the Bryant family and prayers up to everybody else that was impacted.
And blessings to Vanessa to like to show like America like about that there's people out there that money ain't everything, fam.
Yeah.
Like you can't just buy people's soul with just money all the time. Like
No.
there's stuff out there that's priceless that like you taking pictures of my dead loved ones and showing it inside the police station is not cool. And who knows who family and friends who else people outside you are showing it to.
Right.
So
Ah,
but that's a tough one though.
yeah, man. Let's play around. Yeah, go ahead. Gotta give me another story.
Get one more in there. In the field, boy.
Are we back to the NFL?
In the field, boy. Ooh, looks like you got
That's the
one.
This is the one. This is the one. The one.
What?
Antonio Brown makes pitch to join the Cowboys.
Jerry, you do it. Nah, but Jerry already responded. He said we're good.
I mean, as he should. You got a pretty decent young talent at receiver, locker room at receiver. Please don't bring the cancer into your locker room.
Yeah, please don't bring AB into there because you got CD. You basically, if you were to do that, you're basically telling CD you're not our number one. And what they
I don't
need
think that
is
says that.
no, because that's the mentality that AB has.
Yeah.
So even if you tell AB something, AB is going to aim to try to be the number one, regardless, because that's how he talks. He was talking about that at Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was talking to I forgot who it was after he got released from the Jets or whatever, or released from Tampa at the Jets game. But he was talking about like when he was in Tampa, he was talking like, yo, the whole time, who had the most reception, who had the most yards, who had this. Like they wasn't doing that nothing until like that's how he think. So like you're right. Like why would you bring that into your locker room? Like it's just that part. Like the other stuff. I mean, Cowboys dealt with that stuff before. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah.
AB, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's not the same. He's gone. Like he's out of here.
Beyond going.
Like
Oh man.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I don't think any. I don't think any NFL team should give him a chance. It depends on who he'll go to. For me, I'm not saying nobody should give him a chance, but I'm just saying I don't think the Cowboys will be a good situation for me.
No, I don't think the Cowboys is a good spot for him either. But I don't really like a lot of good spots. It's only one team that I think he can go to, and that's Green Bay, because he has to go to another quarterback that he respects. He can't go to a team where the quarterback still has.
Because I was about to say the Chiefs because of Andy Reid, but you need the quarter. He needs to have the quarterback's respect.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers will keep him alive.
Yeah, my point exactly. And Patrick Mahomes too young in this league still, even though he's great in this league.
Yeah,
too young.
Aaron
in this
Rodgers
league.
would just look at AB and like
be like, "Hey, bro, none of that shit.
Yeah,
none of,
or you out of here, bro.
None of that shit. Or you out of here, fam."
He ain't like Tom Brady.
I ain't got no problem.
I ain't Tom Brady.
I ain't got no problem with getting you out of the paint. It's pretty much
like we're here to play game. Like we're here to ball. Like
no.
But AB the Packers would be nasty right now.
Of course,
that would be disgusting.
Absolutely, Phil.
All right, want to do one more?
Yeah, let's sneak one in. Let's sneak
one more.
Yeah, you ain't getting around this one this time, bro. All right. Oh shit! Here we go. It's the Miami Hurricanes update.
Nice, because I did not want to give an update on my Gators. It's not looking good.
All right, man. We got and I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up while I'm discussing this, but we got Miami Hurricanes are starting their season up next week.
Who y'all playing?
We play Bethune-Cookman.
Dang, why y'all get a good game?
Hey, we get that good old cupcake. You get actually two cupcakes. We got Bethune-Cookman and then Southern Mississippi.
We pulled a U. We pulled y'all last year. Y'all want to go against Bama or something?
Well, I mean, y'all are going against Utah. Yeah. Gators are going against Utah. Next week.
Number 7 ranked Utah.
Yeah. Miami is obviously we starting off the season Bethune-Cookman in Southern Mississippi. Obviously I feel good going into the season, and really the main reasons I feel good going into the season is, first of all, we got rid of Manny Diaz. That was integral. We bring in Mario Cristobal from Oregon, who just so happened to have won a national championship as a player and coach at the University of Miami. So, he know the vibes. The coaching staff that he put together, when you bring in the number one assistant coach in all of college football last year, and Brian Gaddis from Michigan. You get Steele from Auburn, the defensive coordinator. You get Charlie Strong as your linebackers coach. Not as a head coach, not as a DC, coach. Not just a positional coach.
Wow.
You got Ed Reed as the head of staff in regards to the coaching is concerned. You have Hall of Famer Jason Taylor out there coaching up the defensive ends. Like, it's pieces like that
it's the foundation and the structure, like the coaching.
Correct.
Like over time, it's going to be a time move, but you should see immediate impact.
And the main reason that I have a little bit of excitement going into this season is the quarterback.
Van Dyke been slinging that thing.
So Tyler Van Dyke, for those that don't know, ended last year 6 of his last 7 games over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns each game. Finished the season the last 7 games that he played, because he came in for De'Aaron King when he got hurt. But the last 7 games that he played, he threw a total of 3 interceptions. Going
he
into
got the size, the arm too.
right,
Arm talent.
6'4", like 230 at the moment. You know what I mean?
And he's athletic.
I was just about to say, and he can move.
And he can
like,
move.
Granted, he ain't no Lamar out here.
No.
Like, let's not
But
get that twisted.
He's a Trevor.
He's more of a Trevor in regards to his athleticism.
Yeah.
Like he can still pick you up first
Patrick
downs.
Mahomes, Trevor. I think Trevor Lawrence is more athletic than Patrick.
He'll pick you up first downs, potentially can run a little bit further than that for you.
Yeah.
That's all I need from my quarterback. I don't need you to be out here being Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be mad at it, but at the same time, I don't need that. You know what I mean? So Trevor comes in. I'm not Trevor. Van Dyke comes back. We got a bunch of young receivers that have to prove a lot. But our season doesn't start until week 3 when we play Texas A&M.
We got them later on in the year, bro.
At Texas A&M. I'm excited. I'm truly excited at this point.
We played them at Texas A&M too, bro.
I'm excited to see our first big test.
Yeah.
And see where we are. Because, like, I'm not gonna learn much from Bethune and Southern Mississippi.
No, you're not gonna learn. You're not gonna learn anything.
I'm not gonna learn.
As long as y'all go there and do what you got to do, it should be a confidence booster. It should be to get the cobwebs out. It should be no penalties, really.
Yeah.
No turnovers. You want to make sure you execute.
Hey, man.
Maybe get the second stringers in, get some young boys some reps.
Let's put it this way. Number one thing we got to make sure that we do. We got to come out of these games healthy.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I care about. I know we're gonna get.
I will say
we're gonna
that
get.
If you want to get ranked and everything, that those 2 games could be crucial with the points. So if y'all can score hella points,
I mean, we coming into the season ranked 17 in the country.
Okay. Yeah. So that would just do nothing but you being 2-0, and if y'all smash them, like that's only going to boost.
But you know how these polls go. These polls we're 17 for a reason, not based off of what we had last season, not based off of new coaching staff. We're ranked 17, so when we play Texas A&M, it's ranked first ranked. Mm-hmm. I understand the reasoning behind putting the ranking on Miami.
Mm-hmm. It's more of a future projection too, but other people are gonna lose, so y'all gonna bump up.
Now, are we gonna get the Miami that went last season to Alabama and got curb stomped, or are we gonna get that 2017 type of Miami where we were going against Notre Dame and everybody was picking Notre Dame? And then we went out there and stomped them boys 41-8. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the determining factor as to how the rest of the season goes as once week 3 gets here. Until then, we just playing with house money, man. You feel me?
I feel what you're putting down, brother.
All right. It's that time.
We got a special guest. He's not mic'd up. He's not on camera, but it is my brother-in-law. Y'all saw him last season if y'all was checking in with us.
Yep.
So thank you, brother. I appreciate you for joining us. So basically, yeah, I got you, pimping.
Let me get those off you, bro.
Yeah, I got something for you, pimping. So as everybody's seen the past 2 episodes, we got the homie phone call, but it's more like the homie on the couch call. I got my brother-in-law Penny in the building. Mm-hmm. Appreciate you again, brother, for coming out here. And we got a hot take battle. I am currently getting curb stomped. I am getting suplex, jackhammered, pause, by ST at this time. Mm-hmm. He is up 2-0.
Yep.
And basically, brother, we got 3 questions here, right?
Okay.
We're going to present the question to you. We're going to tell you what the question is, and then we're going to give our take on it. Whoever you feel had the best take, you're going to say, hey, he had the best take on that one. And then we're gonna go on to the next one. Whoever had the best out of 3, then that's who won the hot take. They're gonna take home the belt. You feel me? Not this belt. This is my fantasy football belt. You feel me? I won that. But his other belt, the other belt, the homie studio championship belt. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's more bragging rights, between us because we've been arguing for 7-8 years about different things. And I'm right. No, you're right. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I actually, sorry guys, I didn't bring it this week because I knew it was going to stay with me, so there was really no point of bringing
Bruh.
it.
The disrespect. And I came equipped with a bonus question, so just in case we agree on
Yeah.
something, we do got a bonus question too.
All right.
All right,
All right. So first question,
you heard.
and I'm gonna get my Coles right in the scenario while we propose this question. Shaq says Steph Curry is currently the best player in the world. Do you disagree, or do you agree, or disagree? Shades.
Do you agree or disagree?
Shades.
Oh, so you passing it off to me?
Oh yeah,
I get the
It's
first one?
Still championship advantage around here.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I see. I understand. You feel me? Okay. So Shaq says Steph Curry is the best player in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to say I don't disagree at all. I'm gonna have to say I agree. And I did not feel that way at the beginning of last season. I felt like KD was the best in the world. But after seeing last year, I can no longer call KD the best player in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you still got to include LeBron in there. You still got to include Giannis. But with what Steph Curry showed, not just in the regular season, but to take it to the playoffs and then take it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
Even he like it's okay for a superstar to struggle, but you can't consistently struggle. That's what he showed in the finals. He had one bad game,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the rest of him, he was the reason why they were winning. He was the reason why the energy turned around. He was the cause. They were throwing different defenses at him, and they had they had the best defense. So he did what he did against the best defense in the league. So you can't say that it wasn't competition, or you can't say that team didn't deserve to represent the East.
Okay.
And you got two superstars over there as far as well, I'm not gonna call Jason Tatum a superstar, but Jason Tatum's an all-star. I will say Jaylen Brown's probably closer to a superstar at this point, but you had a very good squad over there at the Celtics. For Stephen Curry to play the way he played in that moment, in those moments, win a fourth championship and then win the finals MVP, you have to say right now that Steph Curry is the best player in the world.
Yeah, I don't agree. Um, Best scorer in the world, sure, hands down. But when we talk about basketball player, we talk basketball player. We talking about the whole gamut of the player. And I got to give it to Giannis. Defensively is a juggernaut. Juggernaut. You hear me? Offensively, does whatever the hell he wants on the court. This season, what we saw in the postseason is not, there isn't one man that can carry a team anywhere. Like, you have to have a squad with you. You have to have the right pieces to complement your superstar, right? We saw that this year with Golden State. We saw that this year when Golden State got all of their pieces back that complemented Steph. We know what that shit what that recipe gives you.
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
100%.
The youth in Giannis still is younger than Steph. Obviously, I'm not taking anything away from Steph. This is never going to be a debate.
No, but
how great Steph is.
But you're talking about the best player in the world.
So. But I'm talking about the best player in the world, and you have to encapsulate every piece of the game when you factor in who's the best player in the world.
I'm rocking with
you. And for me, currently, it took me a while to get there with him. It took me a while to get here with Giannis.
Yeah.
But currently, I have to give it to Giannis.
Okay. I think we should allow rebuttals, but after he makes his choice.
Sure.
Okay. So based on that round, who you felt had a better? Steph. Okay. So my rebuttal to that was when you said Giannis offensively is a juggernaut, yes, but there's a defense for Giannis and there's a way to stop him. There's not a way to stop Steph. You can try double team, triple team, or whatever, but he's still gonna find a way to score. That's
the only reason we saw a defense that was able to stop Giannis was because of the injuries that were upon his team. Because if he has Middleton out there healthy,
also
that takes away all that extra help you can hand over to Giannis. But go ahead.
Also, Embiid himself is a recipe to stop Giannis because Giannis struggles every time they. Well, it's not a struggle. It's more of he doesn't do what he does against other people. Like it's a battle.
So you're telling me there's one player in the league that can stop him like that?
There's one player.
Because if that's all you telling me,
no, I'm telling you, there's one player, and then there's a certain type of defense. But if you don't have to run that defense, if you don't have those players, you can't stop Giannis. So I will give you that.
The times that I've seen Giannis play Embiid, have we seen him play in the playoffs?
I don't think we've had that luxury.
Because if we have that luxury, I still don't foresee the Sixers going farther than the Bucks overall. And regardless of,
I don't know about this year. Maybe last year with a healthy Middleton, I agree with you. This year might be different. But let's table that. Let's table that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's table that.
What's the next topic, bro?
The next topic, number 2. Okay. Who should the Pittsburgh Steelers start at quarterback this year? Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett?
I feel like you just got to start with the guy that you drafted. Why in the hell would you put Mitch Trubisky out there to potentially ruin your damn season? Look, if I'm gonna have growing pains with my offense and my young quarterback, I'd rather go ahead and have it now. You got the pieces in place for him to be successful. It ain't like he went to the Jaguars. Let's just say like how Trevor went to the Jaguars last year, right?
Right.
You're not walking into a cupboard that's bare. You know what I mean? You got talent at receiver, talents at receiver, young talent at tight end, in Freiermuth,
baby Gronk.
You got Najee Harris in the backfield.
Yep.
And you got a defense that can help you out.
Yeah.
If you're going to struggle this year because your quarterback has to gain a little bit more game experience, I would rather do it with the guy that I know I'm going to go forward with in the future because of the pieces I have around, and not waste my time on Mitch fucking Trubisky, who has shown that he is nothing but a flop.
Okay. So normally I will agree with you because you know how I felt about Mitch too.
Yeah.
Normally I would agree with you, but on this one specifically, I disagree. And the reason for that is because although you have the talent as far as the weapons is concerned, what they don't have and what their weakness is the offensive line. The offensive line has not been handled yet. The offensive line has not been put in place like how it was before.
Okay.
So since you're going to have a weak offensive line, you don't want to have your quarterback behind that. And if you have not saying that Kenny Pickett isn't athletic, but Mitch Trubisky is more athletic than Kenny Pickett, and we've seen what he did with the Chicago Bears. And he is mobile. They're going to be able to do rollout and whatever. And another thing, the second thing is you have to look at what he did in the preseason. Mitch Trubisky looked very good, in my opinion. I think he looked very sharp in the preseason. He did very well. There was no turnovers. Kenny Pickett definitely turned it into a quarterback battle. But to add on something, if you have you got Kenny Pickett that can come in. But if Mitch Trubisky can come in and win games, you've already paid him a contract. Why not give him the job? Let your guy sit. He's a rookie. Let your guy sit. Let him die. No matter, as long as you have him baking, Kenny Pickett, we already see that Kenny Pickett, the urgency. I love the urgency that I saw in him. He's ready. I think that he's ready. But you don't want to have him behind a line like that. And you need to see what Mitch Trubisky can give you. Give him 4 to 6 games. If he can't get it done, then you put the rookie in. But what if you can make a playoff run? And what if Mitch Trubisky has shown him being with the Buffalo Bills behind Josh Allen? Let's see what he learned behind that championship caliber team. We paid him the contract. We paid him the money. Let's save our rookie. let's in the next offseason, we're going to address our offensive line, and then we're going to put our future behind the offensive line and then see how the future is going to take us off. Let's protect our rookie. Look at what Kansas City did with Patrick Mahomes. This could be another Patrick Mahomes situation because Kenny Pickett already has that arm and is athletic and he has that urgency. Let him sit and cook, let him learn, and then you bring him in once you address that offensive line.
Oh, I got a rebuttal.
I saw you itching over there. I saw you itching.
All right. It goes to the judge.
I know I'm not mic'd up, but you all have valid points.
Mm-hmm.
Both have valid points, real good points.
Right.
I was leaning towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought up
the offensive line stuff.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then you brought up about Patrick Mahomes, and I'm saying like, yeah, then I started leaning more towards you.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I think Jeremy got it.
Okay. Rebuttal time.
What's up?
You talk about offensive line. Now, what you should have brought up. Let me tell you how you could have easily won that, and he wouldn't have had to second guess this. You could have said Joe Burrow was behind a bad offensive line, and what happened to him his first year.
Ew.
That's what you could have said. But I'm gonna say this because the Steelers' offensive line is 10 times better than that trash ass line that Joe Burrow sat behind his first year.
Yes, but it's still not good.
And also, just because his line isn't good, that doesn't mean they're a turnstile. That doesn't mean they just ole you to the damn quarterback. If you got, wait a minute. If you got talents at receiver, especially guys who can get open quick, which they have a ton of it, then you don't have to worry about your offensive line holding shit up for 5 to 7 seconds. You just got to get either, especially with the way their offensive line is constructed currently, they're going to run a lot more shotgun than they would run under the center.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not having to do the 3-step, 5-step drops.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Pickett, like you said, is athletic. Is he as athletic as Mr. Trubisky? I think he's more close than most people are actually giving credit for. But that's neither here nor there. The guy, you talking about? They paid Mitch Trubisky the contract. They paid that man $10 million for one season, for this season. $10 million. That's not starter money, right? Correction. That's not star of the team money, correct?
100%.
So it ain't like you gotta see. There are backups in the league that make $10 million right now.
100%.
So paying him the contract, yeah, you paid him a backup's contract.
100%. But if that backup has not been consistent, Trubisky in camp has been consistent the whole time. And they've been talking about his leadership.
You know who's also been consistent in camp the whole time? Kenny Pickett.
100%. But if there's a possibility that your future that you see could be hurt, then you need to address it. Like with Trevor, we were blessed that Trevor didn't get hurt. You know what I mean? It took another season for us to address the line the way we were supposed to. But you don't want to have, like you said, you don't want to have a Joe Burrow situation where it takes one play and you're in the freaking division with Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney on the same side, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah. I'm not taking that chance when I see that I can go into the draft next year. Mm-hmm. You know what my first round draft pick is going to be?
What?
The best offensive tackle that's there. Perfect. And then you know what else I can do?
I'm so glad
I can
you
get another free agent offensive lineman or whatever to make my line solidified.
I'm so glad
to
you just
protect my future asset.
I'm so glad you just said that. So you're going to put a rookie against Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney and think it's still going to hold up. What are you talking about right now, dog? Regardless, he's going. That's going to be.
What happened to Rashawn Slater? Rashawn Slater that just got drafted by the Chargers. They found out that he's the truth. They drafted one of them ones.
And we talk about this all the time because we talked about how the Jaguars always drafting the offensive line first to go get talent. That's what you say, right?
Yeah,
and then we get mad every single time they do it because most of these first round offensive tackles don't pan out.
100%.
So that's what I'm saying.
But
So
did you hear? But did you hear the second thing I said? And I said you also go in free agency, and you get it. You also try to get.
okay, so
you
you
address
get
your line
so you
from
address
there
it.
as well.
So you address it. So you take care of both tackles. So what if the what?
No,
So,
I'm talking about your line in general. Whatever needs to be addressed, you upgrade it with free agency
okay,
and in your
fine.
draft.
Okay, fine. You go get a guard.
I mean, because
Wait.
you're probably
Wait.
still, you might have pieces
You
that
go-
might be, you might have a good center, you might have one a good piece. So you address the pieces that need to be addressed in another free agency and another draft.
So you go grab your tackle and then you free agency. You go grab a guard. I'm sorry, a guard is not going to protect you from Myles Garrett. If a guard is not a guard. Wait, a guard is not going to protect you from Jadeveon Clowney.
100%. But at the same time, if you get the best, if you get the better players, that's another half a second to a second that you have. If you get somebody that's more skilled than somebody else, you're going to have more time at the offensive line. That's the whole point of free agency and getting draft picks. Like you're getting younger, stronger talent, more talented players than what you had.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've seen clearly in clear instances. And like what Cincinnati's the perfect, for instance, how you address something in the offseason and how it still wasn't the best, but it was better than what you had, how quickly that turned it around. The offensive line for the Bengals still wasn't like top notch, but it was better than it was the year before.
Yeah, and the reason I was saying that you could bring up Burrow is because of the line situation. Granted, he got hurt while he was running. So this is so
who?
Burrow.
No, he didn't. He got hit from the side when he was in the pocket. Burrow was not running, bro. He got hit from the side, from the back, almost when he was in the pocket, bro.
I could be wrong here.
Yeah,
I could be wrong here. I'll look it up.
Yeah, they hit his knee
I'll
from the
look it
backside.
up. Regardless.
Yeah, it was the backside knee. That's why they was talking about it.
So let me ask you this. Let's talk about quarterbacks that have had to sit behind bad lines before, coming in. We could talk about Peyton.
Andrew Luck.
Yep, Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck had a horrible line.
They didn't start improving that line until that man said he was going to retire. I'm like,
he had a ruptured spleen.
I'm like,
bro.
Excuse me, you're not. But so,
kind of cold, please.
Oh yeah. So, with that being said, you have won the. I guess you can hold up your championship. Because yeah.
My bad, Mike. I'm sorry, fam.
Sorry, listeners. Wanna be intercontinental title head ass boy,
In the millions.
No, good shit, bro.
Hey, yo, but I think we got a couple of minutes. Let's still talk about the last question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Because we do got a Cowboy fan in the building, and the last question was, let's put on our Jerry Jones cap. You feel me?
Okay.
Tyron Smith is down right now.
Mm-hmm.
Real life, not metaverse. Real life.
Right.
What should the Cowboys do at their tackle position? Because Jerry Jones is talking about keeping it in-house and using what they got.
So
Eric Fisher's on. So let me just give you some.
I got it here. Yeah, but go ahead.
Okay. Houston Texans has been talking about Laramie Tunsil. Eric Fisher from the Kansas City Chiefs is fully recovered from the Achilles injury. And I think there's like one other tackle out there that you could potentially, I think it's another free agent that's a pretty good pickup or something. I forgot his name. But so ST, what do you do if you're Jerry Jones?
Okay. So they currently have Josh Ball is the starting left tackle, right? Now that Tyron is out, of course. First of all, this is a big ass motherfucker. This nigga 6'8", 304.
Dang.
God dang.
John Henderson.
God dang. 6'8", 304. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I wouldn't do a damn thing. I would rock with who I got. The one thing we know for certain that the Cowboys gonna do right is draft offensive linemen. Like you can get a whole bunch of other positions wrong all you want to.
Jerry Jones probably like
you can get Matt, you can get any other position wrong all you want to. But offensive line, they don't miss. Bro, I feel like the Cowboys haven't missed on the offensive lineman since I've been born, bro. That's how long I feel like they've been hitting on offensive linemen. right?
They haven't.
So if they have a backup to Tyron Smith, who is getting later into his career,
yeah, he about here.
they got this man. They got this man in the tuck 6'8", 304. You know, I would stay put because these are your options, right? And I have a list of the offensive line free agents. You can go with 34-year-old Nate Solder, right? You can go 33-year-old Brian Bulaga, even though he's primarily a right tackle,
Balaga's pretty good though.
but he's primarily a right
I
tackle.
don't care. You put him over there.
That don't always translate, brother. That don't always translate from left to right. A completely different way you got to line up.
Yeah, some people can't switch like that.
You got to be
like that.
What's the word? What's the term where you can do things with both hands?
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit of that. You know, you got Eric Fisher.
How old is Eric?
31.
Man, snatch up Eric, man.
And then you just got a bunch of names I ain't never heard of, dog. Zach
Bro,
Banner.
you just pick up Eric Fisher just in case. What if old boy go down?
Eric Fisher ain't on nobody team right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Cowboys need to snatch up Eric. I would snatch up Eric with the quickness.
Hold up, he ain't on nobody's team right now. We are a week and a half out from the season. He still ain't on nobody's team now. What's the urgency?
Snatch him for somebody else get him before the season start and injuries happen, and then you don't have Eric Fisher.
Look, you could either pay this man as a potential backup, or roll with your punches. And if something happens,
bro,
look,
I'm picking homie up as a backup.
Look, man.
Yo, Ball, go out there. His name was Ball, right?
Yeah.
Go out there and do your thing. Pause.
Josh Ball. Boy,
do your thing.
That's a big ass motherfucker,
bro.
Yo, that's a big dude. That's a big old dude, man. But yeah, that's all I got, man.
That's all you got, bro.
That's all I got. I would stick with Josh Ball. What you said you would go out, still pick up Eric Fisher.
I want Eric Fish.
I don't know, man. Look, I'm not gonna claim to be an expert on backup offensive linemen. You got any input on this?
But you're right. You're right as far as what Jerry Jones is gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna stick to what he has.
Yeah. So he said he's gonna. Jerry Jones has the tendency of just sticking to what he has. You know.
I agree with y'all, but I would get Eric Fish. I'm just saying.
All right, bro. You got any shout outs before we get up out of here today, bro?
Man, shout outs again to my brother-in-law. Appreciate you for coming through.
Appreciate
bro. Coming through the studio, vibing with us tonight. Shout outs to all the viewers, the international viewers, all our people over there in Asia and Africa, Europe, vibing with us and everything.
Facts.
Shout out to the homie that can't be here, because of work and family and hustling and just going out there grinding and getting it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And shout outs to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. Episode 97. Let's go.
Hey, man. Shout out to Jid.
JID, y'all.
Shout out to Jid for dropping a fire ass project. I haven't listened to the full God Did project from Khalid. I've only listened to the title track.
I listened to some more JID. Like one other.
Yeah.
Bro, he had a Andre 3 Stacks type song on that bit.
Yeah, I know.
You listened to the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've listened to the whole thing at least twice already. But yeah, man, shout out to Jid. If y'all haven't checked out the Forever Story, make sure y'all go tap that. That's on all your digital platforms. They ain't paying me to say this shit, but and then just shout out to Weekend Getaways.
Hey.
Weekend Getaways.
Hey.
Big facts. You know what I'm saying? Big facts. All right. This has been episode 97 of Homie Studios.
Yeah, did.
Oh, I mean, I know my phone almost dead too. Let me see how much. This thing about to die. Yeah, that air horn gonna sound sad as fuck. But yeah, man, 97 episodes in, we so close to 100. Don't make no damn sense.
100,
almost 100 in. Man, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us constantly, and we'll be back next week. I'll let y'all. Hey, man. Congrats to you, by the way. Hitting with air horn. Yeah, this been Homie Studios. You dig?